So in this video, we're going to learn about congruence of triangles. Now there are many ways by which we can determine if two triangles are congruent or not. We'll study about those ways later. In this video, we'll just get a basic understanding what is meant by congruence of triangles. So see, I've drawn two triangles over here, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Now two triangles are said to be congruent if they have the same shape and same size. That is basic definition of congruence. I repeat, two triangles are said to be congruent if they have the same shape and same size. So as you can see, both these triangles have the same shape and they have the same size. So these two triangles are congruent. So how do we write it down? I'll say that triangle ABC is congruent. So we'll use the congruent symbol, is congruent to triangle PQR. I repeat, because both these triangles have the same shape and same size, they are congruent triangles. So how do we represent it mathematically? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Now the way you write this congruent statement is very, very important, because from this congruent statement, we can get the corresponding vertices, corresponding angles and corresponding sides. That is, if I ask you which two angles are equal, or which two sides are equal, or which two vertices match, that is, if I cut out this triangle and place it on this triangle, which two vertices will come on top of each other? All those things we can get from this statement. How do we get it? Let me show you. See, the first step is label them as 1, 2, 3. So call this 1, 2, 3. Here also 1, 2 and 3. I repeat, label your letters as 1, 2, 3. So 1, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. Here P is 1, Q is 2, R is 3. Now the first thing we're going to get is corresponding vertices. So first of all, what do I mean by corresponding vertices? What I mean is that if I cut out this triangle and I place it on this triangle, then which vertex come on top on which vertex? I repeat, which vertex comes on the top of which vertex? For example, will P come over A, or will P come over B, or will P come over C? That is, if I cut this out and place it over here, P will come on top of which vertex? That is the meaning of corresponding vertices. So how do we get it? Very, very simple. See, what is the first letter over here? A. What is the first letter over here? P. So A corresponds to P. That means if I cut out this triangle and place it on this triangle, P will come on top of A. How do I get it? Simple. First letter over here corresponds to first letter over here. So first letter over here is A, first letter over here is P. So A will come on top of P. This is a symbol for correspondence. So A corresponds to P. Similarly, second letter over here is B, corresponds to second letter over here will correspond to second letter over here, that is Q. So B will correspond to Q. Similarly, third letter over here, that is C, will correspond to third letter over here, that is R. So these are the corresponding vertices. That means if I cut out this triangle and place it over here, P will come on top of A, Q will come on top of B, and R will come on top of C. So this will be placed like this. How did I get the corresponding vertices? Simple. First letter corresponds to first letter, second letter corresponds to second letter, and third letter corresponds to third letter. That is why I labeled 1, 2, 3. So that is how you get the corresponding vertices. Next, corresponding angles. So what do I mean by corresponding angles? See, a triangle has 3 interior angles. Now all 3 can have different measures. So which pair of angles have the same measure? I repeat, for example, this angle could be 60 degrees, this angle could be 50 degrees, and this angle could be 70 degrees, right? So now in this triangle, which angle is 60 degrees, which angle is 50, which angle is 70? I repeat, I have given the 3 angles over here. I am giving you no angle over here. All I'm telling you is that these two triangles are congruent. So how do you know which angle is 60, which is 50, which is 70? For that, we use corresponding angles. So how do we get it? Same like we get corresponding vertices. First angle, number 1 over here is A. So angle A corresponds to first letter over here, P, that is angle P. I repeat, first letter corresponds to first letter. So angle A corresponds to angle P. So angle A corresponds to angle P. That means if angle A is 60 degrees, angle P is also 60 degrees. This is what it means. Similarly, second letter corresponds to second letter. So second letter is B. So angle B corresponds to, second letter corresponds to second letter, angle Q. So angle B corresponds to angle Q. So angle B is 50 degrees. So angle Q will also be 50 degrees. Next, third letter over here corresponds to third letter over here. So angle C corresponds to angle R. So angle C corresponds to angle R. So if angle C is 70, angle R will also be 70 degrees. This is what is meant by corresponding angles. So from here we can get the corresponding angles. Same like this. 1 corresponds to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3. So angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, and angle C is equal to angle R. As simple as that. Now one more thing. There are 6 parts of a triangle. 3 angles and 3 sides. So next we'll get the corresponding sides. We have the corresponding vertices. We have the corresponding angles. Now we'll get the corresponding sides. So how do we get the corresponding sides? Similar method, but slightly more difficult. Why? Because now we'll have to take 2 letters at a time. So first take the first 2 letters. That is 1 and 2 corresponds to 1 and 2. So what is 1 and 2 over here? AB. So side AB corresponds to 1 and 2 corresponds to 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is PQ. So AB corresponds to PQ. I repeat, see first 2 letters over here corresponds to first 2 letters over here. So first 2 letters are AB over here. They corresponds to first 2 letters PQ over here. Next, take the second and third letter. So now take the second and third letter corresponds to second and third letter. What is the second and third letter over here? BC. So BC corresponds to second and third letter over here, that is QR. I repeat, you can also write QR as RQ, doesn't matter. So second and third letter to second and third letter. Now one more combination is there. First and third letter corresponds to first and third letter. So what is first and third letter? AC. So AC corresponds to first and third letter over here, PR or RP. So PR. So these are the corresponding sides. What do I mean by corresponding side? That means that if I give you the length as 6 centimeter, 7 centimeter and 9 centimeter. Now in this triangle, which side is 6, which side is 7, which side is 9? How do I know? From here, AB corresponds to PQ. So whatever is the length of AB, same will be the length of PQ. So if AB is 6, PQ will be 6. Similarly, BC corresponds to QR. So whatever is the length of BC, same will be the length of QR. So if BC is 9 centimeter, QR will also be 9 centimeter. AC corresponds to PR. So the lengths are equal. So what is the length of AC? Same as the length of PR. So that is why we need correspondence. So if only if parts of one triangle are given to you, with the help of the correspondence, you can easily label the second triangle. I repeat, for example, I give you 3 angles over here. Based on the correspondence, we got the 3 angles. Similarly, I gave you 3 sides over here. Based on the correspondence, we got the 3 sides. So this is what is meant by congruence of triangles. I repeat once again. See, 2 triangles are said to be congruent if they have the same shape and same size. How do we determine that? We'll learn it a little bit later. As of now, 2 triangles are said to be congruent if they have the same shape and same size. So here I'm telling you that these 2 triangles have the same shape and same size. So we wrote a congruent statement over here. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Now once you have this congruent statement, we can get the corresponding vertices, the corresponding angles and the corresponding sides. How do we get it? Just label this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now how do we get the corresponding vertices? Simple. 1 matches with 1, 2 corresponds with 2, 3 corresponds with 3. So what is the first letter over here? A. What is the first letter over here? P. So vertex A corresponds to vertex P, second letter with second letter, third letter with third letter. Similarly for corresponding angles, first letter with first letter, second letter with second letter, third letter with third letter. How do we get the corresponding sides? We have to take possible combinations of 2. So first combination is first 2 letters correspond with first 2 letters. Then second and third letter correspond with second and third letter. Then first and third letter correspond with first and third letter. What is meant by corresponding? Equal. So these are corresponding angles, means they're equal. These are corresponding sides, that means they have the equal length. What is meant by corresponding vertices? If I cut out this triangle, how should I place it over here? Should I place it as it is? Should I rotate it? See, A corresponds with P. So that means P has to come on top of A, Q has to come on top of B, and R has to come on top of C. So I have to place this triangle like this. That is what is meant by corresponding vertices. With corresponding angles, if I give you angles of one triangle, you can get the angles of another triangle. With corresponding sides, if I give you the sides of one triangle, you can get the sides of another triangle. How? Corresponding sides. So you'll know which two sides are equal. So this is very, very important. This is the basis for what we're going to study later about congruence of triangles. So please watch this video again. If you're not clear, make sure you're absolutely clear with this. So the moment I give you a congruent statement, you should easily be able to get the corresponding vertices, the corresponding angles, and the corresponding sides. So this is the basic concept of congruence of triangles. This is the congruent statement between two triangles, and based on this congruent statement, we can get these three things.